Welcome to Scale Model Workshop and my review of 3 Proxxon rotary hand tools, the Micromot 60E, the 60EF, and the MIS-1. Since doing my initial review on rotary hand tools, I received a number of requests to review the Proxxon rotary hand tool. But if you look through the Proxxon catalog, it quickly becomes apparent that they manufacture a significant variety of rotary tools. From the standpoint of power source, there are cordless, 115-volt, and 12-volt DC units. There are also a variety of chuck types ranging from collet, keyless, and keyed. Today, high-torque DC micromotor rotary hand tools have pretty much taken over for small precision applications in the professional world. So for this review, I'll be looking at 3 units in the Proxxon Micromot series, the 60E, the 60EF, and the MIS-1. All of these handpieces run on 12 volts and therefore need a transformer. In the US, Proxxon offers 2. The NG5E has an electronic speed control and sockets for 3 tools. The NG2S is just a simple 12-volt transformer with a single output plug. In Europe, Proxxon sells an NG2E, which is a 230-volt, single-socket unit equipped with an electronic speed control. While it's listed as an optional accessory, Proxxon makes a simple on-off foot switch available. The construction of the foot switch doesn't feel very robust. In my experience, to have full control over a handpiece, it's necessary to have a durable foot control that provides speed regulation. Of the 3 handpieces in this review, the 60E and the 60EF are actually designed for drilling and grinding. The units appear well built and are nicely finished. They're nice and light, weighing in at 204 grams. Proxxon's a little vague in labeling where the units are manufactured by simply labeling them as made in the EU. Both units are equipped with the combination on-off switch and speed control. The specs list the speed range as 5,000 to 20,000 RPMs. It has good torque at the low end, but 5,000 RPM is still a bit fast for plastics. If you use the NG5E transformer, you can throttle the unit down to a crawl and still have pretty reasonable torque. If you're working in plastic, I'd say the NG5E transformer is a must if you want to get the full potential out of this handpiece. The 60EF is equipped with a keyless drill chuck, and the 60E uses a collet chuck. The keyless chuck can accept drills from a number 27 all the way down to a number 80. The collet chuck is supplied with collets that allow for a range of a number 31 drill to a number 72 drill. Offhand, you'd expect the keyless chuck to be more convenient because you're not continually swapping out collets, and you would assume that the collet chuck would be more precise and offer the ability to chuck up smaller drill sizes. However, testing my sample showed something unexpected. Here you can see the keyless chuck with a piece of 3/32 drill rod. Note the run out. Here's the collet chuck. Here are the 2 chucks side by side with a PC micro drill. And the keyless chuck with a number 78 high-speed drill. Here the keyless chuck seems to exhibit less run out than the collet chuck. With this demonstration, it's hard to give the nod for precision to the collet chuck. And with the lack of a zero-closure collet for smaller drill sizes, I'd have to say that the 60EF with the keyless chuck is my choice for all applications except for routing. There's one thing to keep in mind, though, about the keyless chuck. The lack of precision is also an indicator of the design and possible inconsistent manufacturing tolerances. So I'd expect that some chucks might be better or worse than this sample. The MIS-1 is a much more unique tool. It's actually meant to be a miniature screwdriver, and it's supplied with a nice little selection of some of the more common drivers. The motor's been geared down through a clutch drive to an extremely slow speed of 250 RPM. Torque can be controlled by rotating a clutch. When rotated all the way over, the clutch is no longer engaged. The clutch ring on my unit's extremely stiff, and it takes a lot of force and a running start to get it all the way around. The unit's controlled with a 3-position rocker switch located at the rear. This is suitable when you want to use the unit as a typical screwdriver, but if you want to use it vertically or as a rotary tool, you'll need to have a way to keep the switch depressed in the forward position. I did this simply with a Velcro wrap. The wrap can easily be slid over the switch and the on-off controlled with a foot switch. The MIS-1 is equipped with a 1/4-inch keyed chuck. The large 1/4-inch capacity can come in handy, and it's unique to a tool this small, weighing in at only 354 grams. While not up to the standards of my ancient 1/4-inch Albrecht chuck, the ultra-slow speed of the MIS-1 pretty much mitigates the run-out shown here, and the ultra-slow speed really limits the use of the unit for much more than it was intended. Unless you're working with extremely soft material, any drilling or grinding with this tool is painfully slow and really limits its use for our hobbies. One major advantage of a DC micromotor handpiece is the ergonomics. The handpieces are much more compact and lighter than a 115-volt or battery-powered unit. However, Proxxon's equipped all these units with a heavy coil cord that really limits the distance from the transformer. Despite the fact that it's possible to stretch the cord out longer, the cord's so heavy and stiff it completely hampers the handling of the handpiece. In its stock form, you virtually need to be right next to the transformer so that you're not fighting the pull of the cord. Unless you extend the cord, you're going to need to forfeit a fair amount of your work area real estate to accommodate this unit. Proxxon sells what they describe as a 10-foot extension cord, but here again, you really have to stretch it out to gain any distance. So for most hobby applications, my choice would be the Proxxon 60EF with the NG5E transformer. I think the 60EF will be the most useful, and I'd venture the majority of modelers will be delighted with the performance. The combination of the NG5E and the 60EF speed controls give it a best-in-class low-speed performance, making it ideal for plastic modelers. However, modelers who are used to working with professional tools will probably find a number of things frustrating with these handpieces. The lack of a robust integrated foot controller for speed, ergonomic power cords that allow better bench placement, a zero-closure collet for small drill sizes, and a more reliable quality keyless chuck. Altogether, these design deficiencies keep these otherwise nicely turned-out tools from becoming a complete home run. I hope you found this review useful, and I'll see you next time.